Does that say 2 minutes?
It
Oh,
does.
when 2 minutes are left.
2 minutes left. Yeah, you
All right.
have 3 minutes.
All right.
Yes.
Good, well, let's make them count.
Okay.
So my name's Mike Gill. And what I'm saying to this court is, Judge Kelly, is that our system is corrupted. The house is burning down and we're talking about arranging furniture. That's what it is. The judges are corrupt. I just went to jail for 10 days. You know why I went to jail for? I had 2 sets of text messages that threatened to murder my children if I keep going forwards. Judge Francois wouldn't take them. And it spoke about the corruption in the courtroom by one of the lawyers that represented me, right? So instead, I do 10 days in jail, right? So in other words, what we have to admit, Frank, me and you talked, and you said it was corrupt. You said Judge Foley was corrupt. Oh, yes, you did. Now, if you deny that, you think that's funny? We have it on tape.
No one's laughing.
Yeah, well, don't smile. And so I have it on tape that after the hearing that you mentioned in family court, Mike, I'm working with Foley, to everybody in the panel, then you're telling me and sit right next to me right under the camera and go, listen, I know he's corrupt. Here's the problem with dealing with the corrupt. There's never a good result. Oh, is that 2 minutes, Frank? So in other words, this is our situation. You know I've got information from the committee that said it's corrupt. The GLA's corrupt. The judge is corrupt. That came from your own committee. We're not denying that, are we? Because I have it with me. Right. Where is the Title IV-D money? Anybody see it? We're motivated to take our children. I'm fighting corruption. I've had my life challenged on a couple of occasions. What are we doing? We've got to admit the problem. We're playing smoke and mirrors here. We're making it look good, right? Shaheen, Ayotte, through the whole court system. Where are the judges? The JCC has an F federal rating. Why is that? Why is it that we're failing the people of this state? You know, we have a commonality out there. You know what it is? We all love our children. You know what my divorce cost? We didn't have any depositions to the last week in 5 years. $5.5 million. You know why? Because we had to get through statutes of limitations. Not one of those lawyers, not one of those judges said they were innocent. They got off from statutes of limitations because they put the divorce off for 5 years. How about this? I haven't seen my little girl in 10 years, from 12 to 22. This court knew my wife was a borderline personality disorder, destroyed the records. When my son, who was threatened, his challenge, who was tried to have him murdered 3 different times by the wife, he went to the court-ordered therapist. That therapist said he should never see his mother again. You know what they did? Those records were destroyed. Tim Cunningham, the GLL, went up and said, he goes, oh, well, I don't believe the therapist. Then why did we send him to the therapist? Again, it was about money. I was a wealthy man. You tell me how you spend $5 million on a divorce, right? The problem with this state is that it's corrupt, and it's corrupt to its core. And if we don't confront this corruption, it won't end. This is smoke and mirrors. And if you want to get elected, which is what you told me, because you can't deal with the corruption now, well, it's dishonest. And when you have a chairman that sits on the family court committee who has family services, who the money from Title IV-D goes into their pockets, think about that. And why don't we know where the Title IV-D money is? Who's getting it? Now, I have information that came from the committee that says the GLAs are corrupt.
Mike, thank you for coming in.